In this video, I am going to teach you common errors in conjunction. So, first of all, we will see what are conjunctions. A conjunction is a word used for joining one word to another word, one word to a clause, one sentence to another sentence. Conjunction is one of the parts of speeches. Conjunctions are words we are using to link one word to another word, one word to a clause or a sentence, like that. So, while linking one word to another word, one word to a clause or something, we are using conjunction. So at that time we make some mistakes. To avoid those mistakes, those common errors, there are certain rules. So which conjunction has to go with which conjunction, and how many conjunction has to do with which verb, if what verb comes in the sense, the next what conjunction has to come. All these are in the rules, right? So we are going to see those rules to avoid those common errors in making conjunctions. So follow the rules to avoid conjunction errors and to make perfect English, grammatically perfect sentence. See the first rule: scarcely and hardly is followed by when. Whenever you are using these words scarcely and hardly, the conjunction when is to be used there. Hardly had I slept when the telephone rang. So when has to be used there. Next one, though is followed by yet. Though is also a conjunction, yet is also a conjunction. So though, the conjunction is followed by yet. Though Ram worked hard, yet he failed. Third one, no sooner is followed by than. So whenever you are using this no sooner, a sentence begin with no sooner, the next immediate next than has to come here. So no sooner than did he reach there, it began to rain. Fourth one, not only is followed by but also. So the very most common phrases in daily life, not only, whenever you are using, go with but also, right? Okay. See here, not only did he help her but also dropped her home safely. Okay. So fifth one, lest is negative, so should not be followed by not. Already the lest itself is the negative word, so you need not to put not there. Instead go with should, right? See the example, work hard lest you should fail, right? So the lest itself is the negative statement, so don't put any other not or none including inside that. So go with should is followed, lest is followed by should. Sixth, if would or may is used in the place of should, then else should be used in the place of lest. In the previous, if would or may is used in this place, and if would or may is used in this place, else should be there in this place, right? So if would or may is used in the place of should, then else should be in the place of lest. See the example, leave on time else you would miss the train. Okay. Seventh one, when you use both is complemented by and. So when you use both, go for the conjunction and, not by as well. Okay. Okay. So see the example, both Bimal and Kamal are good at English. You should not use both Bimal and Kamal as well good at English. Both Bimal as well Kamal is good at English. Only if you use both, go for and. That is the right form of usage of conjunction. Next one, so as is used in negative sentence, whereas as is used in affirmative sentence. Say this is so as is a conjunctional actually comparison. It's a conjunction comparison. So at the time we have seen it in the positive degree of inequality. So whenever you use this so and as, previously not will come, right, to show the negativity there. So see the example, he is not so tall as his brother. Whenever you use this so as, the next not will be there in front of the word so, right? So you can make this word in affirmative tense also. See he is not so tall as his brother is the negative statement. You can make the affirmative statement, he is as tall as his brother. That is, both are in a equal height, positive degree of equality. So at the time the sentence is a negative sentence, nothing but so as is a negative sentence used with not in front of so, and as is the positive sentence, affirmative sentence. Okay. So next one, other. Other is followed by than, like no sooner. No sooner was followed by than, right? So here other is also followed by than. He has no other claim than his wealth. The word reason, the 10th one, the word reason is not followed by because but by that. Whenever you are conveying a reason, we are using that word because, right? But the particular word reason, if you are using the particular word reason in the statement, don't use the word because, go for the word that, right? For example, the reason why he did not go to the party was that his mother was ill. But if you want to use because there, you would eliminate this reason why. He did not go to the party because his mother was ill. At the time, don't use the word reason there. If you use the word reason, go for that. Okay. 11th one. Because, the word because denotes reason, in order that denotes purpose, right? So while you are going for in order that, same phrase, in order that. Okay, see first example. He went to the doctor because he was ill. The reason for the going is ill, but he went to Delhi in order that he might see Mr. Bose. Here the purpose of going to Delhi, it is not the reason for going for Delhi. The purpose of going for Delhi is to see Mr. Bose. So whenever you are going to cite a reason, go for because, and going to say a purpose, go for in order that. 12th one. Words such as regard, describe, define, treat, mention, depict, portray, all these are verbs. These words are followed by as. So whenever you are using regard as, regard, go for as. Regard as, describe as, define as, treated as, mentioned as, depict as, portrayed as, like that. He was treated as a slave. The character was portrayed as a bad one, like that. Okay, so when you are using as and since, you can use this as and since for reason, to express reason, not only because. You can use this as and since for reason, but while you are using this as and since, that has to come in the beginning of the statement. As he was not there, I spoke to his brother. 14th, neither is followed by nor, and while you are using this neither and nor, both are followed by a same auxiliary verb. Neither Ram nor Raghu was seen, right? Was seen, the same auxiliary verb should be used for both neither and nor. Next one, 15th one. Either is followed by or. So either Rita or Rima will give her the same rule is applicable for this rule. The 14th rule is applicable for 15th also. So while you are using this either or, same auxiliary verb should be used. 16th one. The words unless, until, if not, so that should be followed by that, not. If you want to use these words with any other conjunction, go with not. Don't put any other conjunctions, or else leave any conjunctions, just to go with the same, a single sentence, a single clause, right? Okay. So wait here until I come. If you want to add anything, add with the conjunction not. 17th one. If is used in conditional clause, whether is used in uncertainty. So whenever you are going to put any conditional clauses, at the time go for if. If he does not return the book, he will not be awarded the certificate. But this whether uncertainty, you have to use, you don't know any in the doubtful situation, this or that situation, go for whether. So I don't know whether he was present. So the difference between if is, if has to used in conditional phrases and conditional sense, and whether has to use in uncertainty. 18th one. To express time before use. Before the use, if you want to express any time, go for until or till. And to express how long, how much time you have spent, you are going to express how long time, in the sense, go for as long as, right? Work as long as you live. I wait until he comes. So you are going to tell ending time before it ends, right? So at the time, go for till and until, and you are going to tell an amount of time, in the sense as long as you can go for. 19th one. Such is followed by as. How previously we have seen this regard, describe, treated, portrayed, all these words are used as. So here also the such is also used, is followed by this as. he is such a writer as everybody should read his book. Okay. So 20th, such is followed again, such is followed by that. When this that is emphasis degree of something by mentioned the result. Right? We are going to say some result and to mention the degree of the mentioning, the extent of the mentioning. At the time, go with that. The extent of the disaster, the degree of the disaster you are saying here was such that it is telling about the extension, the degree, such that the authorities were unable to cope. Right? So, to tell about an extent, to what extent the seriousness is, to what extent the something is happened. So, at that time, go with that, not with us. 21. The correlatives either are, neither nor, both, and not only but also must be placed immediately before the word that it related to. So, these words, the correlatives, these words has to place before the word, not after the word, before the word that it relates to, that it modifies to. See the first example. The car either dashed against a goat or a donkey. Either dash, it is not either dashing or not, actually it dashed either the goat or the donkey. So that either has to come before that goat, right? So the car dashed against either a goat or a donkey, right? Next statement. Neither he would eat nor allows us to eat. Neither he nor eat allow. Actually, it has to go with either eat nor allow us to eat. So, the right sense is he would neither eat nor allow us to eat. If you use this either and neither, go for either plus noun, either plus noun or plus noun, or else either plus verb or plus verb. If you are using this verb, go for verb for both either nor, neither are. If you use verb, if you use noun, if you are using noun, go for both use the either or neither nor with only with the noun itself. So don't go with either with verb and either with verb and or with noun. It should not be. If either comes in the sense, the next should be noun, or comes in the sense, next should be noun. You should not use either with verb and or with noun. It should not be like that. Both should be noun or both should be verb. 22. Students often make the mistake of using the relative pronoun that before interrogatives like what, where, when, whether, why. So whenever you are using this what, where, when, whether, why, don't use that in the next. Right? Okay. So he asked that what my name was. No, what was my name? It was wrong statement. He asked what my name was. So while you are using this interrogative WH statements, WH words, what, why, when, whether, why, don't go for that. Right? Okay. So he inquired that where was the office. It was a wrong context. He inquired where the office was. That is the right.